You're locked into DodorVibe FM from Little Haiti to the world. And right now, it's time to dive in. This is DodorVibe Deep Dive, your rundown of the top stories that mattered this week, from Haiti to the US, Port-au-Prince to Paris, and across the Caribbean diaspora. News, culture, and headlines that hit home. Whether you missed it or need a recap, we've got you. This is DodorVibe Deep Dive, and it starts right now. Let's go. May 11th to 18th, 2025.
We've got some news articles here, a press release too.
Exactly. And our goal today is, well, to kind of unpack it all. We want to really get at the experiences, the celebrations, the organizing, but also the tough stuff, what's happening in Haiti, the international side of things.
It's a lot to cover. You see this real mix of cultural pride and deep, deep worry. And action too. Lots of organizing.
Right. Let's start maybe with the positive news here in the U.S. New York State declared May 2025 Haitian Heritage Month. That feels pretty significant.
Oh, absolutely. It's more than just the usual recognition for Haitian Flag Day on the 18th. It's the whole month.
And Assemblymember Rodney Spichot-Harmelin was key to that, the sources said.
And the reasons they gave. It wasn't just about celebrating culture and history, which is huge, of course, but it was also about acknowledging the contributions and the current challenges in Haiti.
That dual focus again. It does make you wonder, though, what impact does a declaration like this actually have? Does it translate into more clout, more say in policy?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? But the historical context they brought up was powerful.
Yeah, reminding people Haiti, the first free black republic, the impact of the revolution, even on the U.S.
Exactly. The legislators explicitly mentioned that, how it was a beacon, and then they drew a line from that history right up to the present.
Naming all those figures. Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable, the women revolutionaries.
Right up to Basquiat, Wyclef Jean, Corinne Jean-Pierre. It shows this incredible breadth of influence, doesn't it?
Definitely. And it wasn't just the big names, was it? They made a point of recognizing everyday Haitian Americans.
Yeah, the doctors, the nurses, engineers, teachers, business owners, the backbone of the community.
Mentioning Little Haiti in Brooklyn, all the businesses there, and Haitian Creole being one of the top languages in NYC. It paints a real picture.
It does. But, and this is crucial, you have to see this celebration against the backdrop of the crisis in Haiti.
Right. The sources are clear. This isn't happening in some kind of bubble. The gang violence, the political mess, the state of emergency.
It's all happening at the same time.
Which makes those calls for more TPS, for Haitian-led aid. It gives them extra weight, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It connects the celebration directly to the crisis. How do you hold both pride and this deep concern?
Yeah. The sources keep coming back to Haitian resilience. That seems to be the thread holding it together.
That resilience really comes through, but you also see the strain. Look at the Haitian Flag Day reports from Miami's Little Haiti.
Very different feel this year, apparently. Much more somber than usual.
Yeah, the descriptions were striking. Quiet streets, not as many flags, vendors saying business was slow.
There's that quote from the artist Farilia Antoine saying fewer people came this year.
Exactly, just captures that mood shift. Does it signal maybe a kind of growing disillusionment, or is it just the immediate horror of what's happening back home?
Hard to say. But that mural they described at the Little Haiti Cultural Complex.
Oh yeah, Amway, that cry of pain. And Haiti is suffocating. The broken chain, the flag. Wow.
Such a powerful visual, and right there on Flag Day, May 18th.
A day with so much historical weight. The creation of the flag, unity, independence, incredible pride tied up in that day.
But the sources link the somber mood directly to the chaos in Haiti now. And also fear here, the threat of deportations, mentioning Trump's past rhetoric.
And people like Linda Louie, who literally can't go back home because it's too dangerous. That brings it down to a very personal level.
Yeah. Evelyn Biddle's mixed emotions.
Yeah.
Proud of the history, but with a heavy heart about today. That really resonated.
It captures that internal conflict so well. And then Nelda Augustin calling for Haitians to look inward, too. That adds another dimension.
And the moment of silence at the Sounds of Little Haiti event. It speaks volumes.
It does, but even in that quietness, you had the Tropicana Orchestra playing.
Right. A legendary band still connecting people to the culture even now.
It shows how vital that culture is, right? As comfort, as pride, as resilience. And then you hear about past celebrations in Haiti, like Milva Seliger remembered them. It's poignant.
Yeah, a reminder of what's been lost, or at least paused. Now let's shift focus to Haiti itself. Cap-Haïtien hosting the National Flag Day events.
But there were worries.
Definitely. Residents expressing concern, even embarrassment about the city not being ready, trash in the streets, lack of visible prep.
Jackie DeMay mentioned that. And it's only happening in Cap-Haïtien because Port-au-Prince is too dangerous, right?
Exactly. And Arca-High, where Flag Day historically happened, is inaccessible. Gangs control the road.
Wow, that fact alone tells you so much. Does this disorganization hint at bigger problems with the government's capacity?
It certainly raises questions. You had people like Alexander Eldador saying it was a missed chance for the city to shine.
There was also talk about funding or lack thereof. Yeah, it was unclear. The central government apparently allocated money, but how much actually reached Cap-Haïtien wasn't specified. And lack of funds was blamed for weak celebrations before.
And they contrast it with the past, the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Much more vibrant then. Bands, competitions.
A stark contrast. And the quotes from residents now, Faudner Francois saying, "We're moving back." Jose Delanoy saying, "He's staying home to think, feeling they've lost our dignity."
That's heavy. James with a big S, he said. And Stéphane Desar worried about safety, feeling the flag itself was being devalued.
It really underscores the emotional toll, the sense of loss. But okay, amidst all this, there are efforts happening internationally.
Right, the meeting between Kenyan and Dominican diplomats, pushing for more support for that UN security mission.
Urgently needed support. They warn the mission is already struggling because it's under-resourced. That's a critical point.
And then back in the U.S., this Haitian Community Summit in Indianapolis. That sounds really important.
Absolutely.
Right.
Focused on the diaspora here, building a roadmap, tackling challenges Haitian immigrants face in the U.S.
And bringing together different groups. HANI, Dudon Foundation, LaCou, Indiana, Pillars of Haiti.
Yeah, a unified front. And the focus on Haitian-led solutions, that feels really key. Maybe learning from past aid efforts that weren't always hitting the mark.
This idea of internal agency, culturally relevant solutions, it feels empowering.
Totally. And bringing different generations and regions together. Vanya Andres, quote, summed it up. Needing blueprints, action, and sustained collaboration.
They used that Echoes of Strength report, too, didn't they, to ground the discussions?
Yeah, providing actual data on demographics, economics, resilience. It makes the planning more concrete, potentially more effective than just talking.
And the outcomes seem practical, too. A micro-lending fund, advocacy work, crisis response models, supporting entrepreneurs, protecting cultural assets.
Real tangible goals. Wolf Pamphile highlighted that action-oriented focus, moving beyond talk to actual plans and follow-up.
The workshop topics, too. Co-ops, civic engagement, bilingual education, building community strength here.
And the emphasis on communities telling their own stories, like Viles Dorsainville said, getting away from external narratives.
It also sounds like they weren't afraid to tackle internal issues like infighting Dr. Auguste's session.
Which shows a level of maturity and honesty, right? Needed for real progress. Marlene Everest's comments about needing more education and resources in Indianapolis.
It really shows why these summits are needed, especially as the community grows in places like the Midwest.
Exactly. Yolette Williams called it a redefinition of being Haitian in America as people move beyond the coasts.
And the Indy Mayor's welcome suggests these newer communities are getting recognized.
Yeah, it's a changing map. And finally, this new radio station, DodorVibe FM in Brooklyn.
Launching May 31st, a community radio and social media network. Sounds cool.
Very. Celebrating culture, music, unfiltered talk. The launch theme is powerful. Breaking the invisible chains, media, diaspora, and the future of Haiti.
Directly linking media to empowerment and solutions for Haiti. And they're streaming it globally.
Right. Reaching Haiti, Canada, France, the Caribbean, the U.S., connecting Haitians everywhere.
That tagline, from little Haiti to the world, it really captures that idea of being rooted locally but reaching globally. A platform for Haitian voices.
So when you pull back and look at all these sources, you see these threads so clearly, don't you?
Yeah. This deep pride in being Haitian, side by side with intense worry about Haiti itself.
And this incredible drive within the diaspora to organize, to support each other, to help back home, and using culture, media, events to stay connected and strong.
It's complex, celebrating heritage while a crisis unfolds, but also this fierce determination to build something better.
Which leaves you with a big question to think about, doesn't it? When a nation faces such huge challenges, what power does cultural identity, does community connection really hold?
How does the diaspora balance celebrating its roots with the urgent needs of its homeland?
And what's the real potential, for these grassroots efforts, this community media, to actually drive change for the diaspora and maybe for Haiti's future too? Lots to mull over there.
And that's your deep dive. The headlines, the stories, the voices that matter, brought to you by DodorVibe FM. Catch us every week for a recap of the news that moves our people, our culture, and our world. Missed part of the show? No stress. Replays continue all week and are always on DodorVibe.com and on our socials at DodorVibe. Until next time, stay sharp, stay loud, and stay connected. This has been DodorVibe Deep Dive, from Little Haiti to the world.